Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the XXx NoLimits version 6.7 ROM based on the OOS Open Beta 22 for the OnePlus 3 and 13 for the OnePlus 3T, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the Open Beta 13 or 22 or xXx NoLimit, and that is the main focus. Based on the Open Beta 22, it is an incremental update over the 21, and the XXx NoLimits ROM has been one of the most requested ROM reviews for a while now, so I will be getting to that. The main thing where this ROM shines is in customization, not the ROM customization per se, because it is almost as customizable as you would expect an Open Beta 12, 22 or 13 to be, but it does have a lot of stuff in the background with the Aroma installer, and I will be covering that when I reboot the phone. But right now, let's get to the ROM now. First of all, in the settings menu, in the About Phone page, you can see that it is for OnePlus 3. It is Open Beta 22, so you can see Open 22. Android version is 7.1.1. May security patches still. SLN status is enforcing. I am using the kernel, which is the stock kernel. You do have an option to use Boiflas kernel, which is of course much more performance oriented. It has its own quirks with it, so you can use that from the Aroma installer. Apart from that, the features. Now, I have already done a Freedom OS review previously on this channel, which is based on the Open Beta 21. So if you want to know more about the features, go check that out. As a gist of it, you can get alert slider, of course, that's working. Button settings are available for long press and double tap on most of all the buttons, so you do have that. Gesture settings are available. You do have options like here. In the status bar option, you do have display network settings, which I really like. You also have battery style like battery bar, battery circle. You can customize that. Icon manager for disable any of these options. Time and date options are available. Time, hour and minutes or even seconds can be enabled. Font option is available. You can customize that. I'm using Robonto font. You can also select the OnePlus Slate font, which is also available. Apart from that, there is default launcher selection. Now this ROM does come with Launcher, Nova Launcher and Google Pixel Launcher, which is selectable in the Aroma installer. I selected the OnePlus Launcher and Launcher. Display options, there are a few options like here, like night mode. You can enable that, and you can customize screen calibration for that. There are themes, which is pretty cool. There is font and display options. Ambient display is available. Screensavers are available. LED notification can be customized for battery, so you do have that option also. Now everything else is basically what you would expect. You do have fingerprint scanner, you do have smart locker, you do have apps parallel application, which is something which OnePlus introduced with 21 or 12, and that does work out really well. I mean, there are a few controversies regarding the breakability of the password, but that aside, it is a really cool feature to have. I think that should be it in the feature section. So as you see, it is almost similar to what other ROMs are offering you in terms of features, inbuilt features, but I am going to give an edge to this because of the Aroma package, which I will cover later, but I'm gonna give it a score of 7 out of 10 for the features because of that. Now comes the battery life. The battery life has been pretty cool to me. Personally, I've had a very normal-ish battery life with it. I got about 1.4% idle drain and about 13 or 14% of active drain. It is on the nicer side, but I do expect that from a stock ROM, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for battery life. Now comes the performance of the ROM, and this is of course stock ROM, so I won't be trusting the performance score too much on it, but it is still one of the highest performance scores and to the benchmark score which I've received on any ROM on this device. So yeah, that is really cool. So it's about 149,000, and with the multiple score I got about 148,000 as average, and yeah, that is pretty amazing. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 though. Now the stability of the ROM. Of course you will be happy about the stability. I mean, this is a stock ROM, but the notification issue is still a problem even after 22 open beta releases, and I just gave up on having a fix for the notification problem, notification delay. Of course, you can just disable power saving modes and all that, but that shouldn't be the reason or shouldn't be the go-to fix for having delayed notification. No, you should have a better value or better procedure for that. I'm not really sure why it's taking so much long, but I cannot give a better score than 7 out of 10 for stability. Now comes the camera. Of course, it is the Oxygen OS camera. It is the best of the bunch. It is going to be the best option if you want to have camera. It works out really well. There are a lot of things which is nice about it. I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for camera. Now the aesthetics. Of course, this is a stock based ROM, so you don't have OMS support, but you do have a few options for theming like dark mode and light mode, so that does account for something. And it does of course have font size, display sizes. It even has font option, which is really nice addition. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 for aesthetics. Now the overall experience of the ROM. Overall experience of the ROM is going to be normal. I do feel that this is still a stock ROM and it is still not something which I want to use as my daily driver. I like way more features than this one, and having the stability and the camera is pretty neat. But there are ROMs which give you pretty good cameras on the custom ROM scene also, so I'm not really missing that. But the battery life and the stability is rather amazing on this ROM, so I'm still going to miss that. But for the overall experience, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, mainly because, well, the stability problem of not having the notification still bothers me quite a lot, but having more features or more customization ability does win back that point. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Now let me reboot and show you guys what all appears in the aroma installer, because that is quite an important thing about this ROM. So I am in my Team in Recovery project. I will be showing you guys what all are available in the aroma installer for xXx NoLimit ROM. So yes, you have a few options here. Individual selection if you want to see and customize everything. Fastlane if you are coming from a previous version of xXx NoLimits ROM. For kernel flash only, reset save profile, or exit if you don't want to do anything more. So let's just get started. So you have option for selecting what root access you want. So pursue Magix version 12 and Magix version 13 are available. Here there you have the kernel selection mode also. So you have stock kernel and Boefla kernel. xXx tweaks for framework, so it will improve overall performance, smoothness and battery life. And I can vouch for that. It does work out really well. Window animation skills are available. Also BusyBox by Osmosis, but it can be installed on a third-party application also, so nothing special going on. Fixed SD card permissions, latest radio and firmware. If you don't want to do that, you can unselect that, but better to keep it enabled. So in the next option, you do have a launcher selection where you can customize what all launcher you want. I have selected a OnePlus launcher and Launcher because I really like what it does. I also have Nova launcher in my Titanium backup, so I don't really want to select that. It also has option for sound mode, so you can install Viper for Rise. That does work out really well. Also, you can select if you want Viper profile collections. Xposed frameworks is also aware, but be sure to read the notes under it. So this one says that beware, it's not really stable, so just be okay with it. Also, debloating option you can select if you want no debloating, so that you will have the full bloats available, or if you want to select individual stuff which you'd want to debloat, so that's also available. Emojis can be selected if you which all emoji you want. Also, miscellaneous applications can be selected if you want add away. YouTube IYTBP mod, that means it will have a background player, also ad free, so that does work out really well. If you want software name engine, that can also work out really well. Also, Google dialer can be customized from here. In the next one, you have Google framework level removal, so you want a full GApps framework, all the GApps Pico level frameworks if you want to have a few more freedom with that. Also, you do have customization for debloating, so what all stuff you don't want, you can untick, and that should work out really well. In the next option, you have Windows animation speed, and that is the options which you get with this ROM. I'm really happy with what all stuff you get with this ROM. You have a lot to customize with. So yeah, I guess that should be it with the aroma installer. So yeah, while this ROM is booting up, let me just conclude this ROM with this. xXx NoLimit or xXx NoLimit ROM is a great ROM for those who wants to have a lot of customization onto this. If you're planning on getting a lot of customization like Viper for Rise, like Fullscreen kernel and all that into this ROM, into the ROM which you're using, and you want a stock ROM, this is a great stop. And it does have a lot of optimization for performance and battery life, and I can really say that the last ROM which I reviewed, which was stock based, had a battery life of about 1.7% I guess idle drain, and this one has 1.4% idle drain. Not worlds better than the other one, but still it is better in some way, so I do really like that. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM then. The total score is going to be 6.71. I'm gonna round it out to 6.7 out of 10, and that's a great score. I hope that is it about the ROM then. Hope you guys liked the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.